Hey everybody, Mike here. So I'm over at my parents this weekend helping them do some final cleanup before winter comes through. A lot of the last things we gotta do is get their garden beds broke down and ready for winter. So we got the tiller out for the last time of the season here, and I want to take a second to go over this. This is Dad's tiller, which I've used a few times on his property and mine. We've been pretty happy with this thing since he's owned it. I want to go over a couple features on this thing that I really liked, and we can kind of go from there. So first off, this thing's extremely easy to start. You've got a power button up here on top, you turn that on. Up here on the front of the tiller, you've got your pole handle, your throttle, and then here's your choke. So, and I haven't started this yet, this will be your first start. Run that over here to choke. We'll put your throttle here about halfway, turn this thing on like so, and then pull this handle. And you can see how easy that was to start. That handle takes no effort at all to pull. And then once you get this thing cranked up to full throttle here, it's extremely quiet. The nice thing about this is on the handle here, right here you've got drive, CRT, and SRT. Let me put this in drive. All you gotta do to power this thing up is just pull your handle back and it goes. If you want it to go in reverse, you pull back on this handle right here and back you go. That is an extremely cool function. You don't have any gears you have to worry about switching or moving around or grinding gears trying to find it while you're tilling. Pull back your handle and then you're back to going again. This has got a 99cc Viper motor on it, which we've found to have quite a bit of power for what it is. Your gear selector down here has got 4 different modes you can put it in: SRT, drive, CRT, and neutral. So neutral is obviously when you're doing your transport. CRT is for when you're breaking up fresh ground or hard dirt and it's the first time tilling through. You'll get your tines rotating backwards, and that'll really help you get a bite on that dirt and get it broke up. Drive, obviously that's drive if you just need to drive it, you don't want your tines going at the same time. And then the SRT, slip into that, and that's for your dirt that's already been tilled once before. Now you're just trying to get a nice level powdery dirt to be able to plant your seeds in for the season. Now something else really cool about this one, I've never owned a tiller before that didn't have your regular tires that hold air. The nice thing about this one here is there's no air to put in tires. I don't know about you, but it seems like every tiller I've ever owned, as soon as I get that thing out to use it again, the first thing I'm doing is throwing air in tires before I use it, or I break the bead on the tire from the rim and I've got to go back and reseat that and throw air back in it again. I really like that, and I don't see any difference in traction going through the garden either when we're using this. It's capable of tilling a 17-inch path at a time and up to 11 inches in depth, which is also pretty competitive with what else you can find available out there within similar models. Dad and I have been using this for about a year or so now, back and forth between our 2 properties, and we've been extremely happy with it. We haven't really found a job it hadn't been able to tackle yet. Our soil around our area is not extremely hard. We do have some harder clay areas that we've dealt with, and it's handled those with no problem at all. But if you're in the market for a new tiller, check out this one made by Earthquake. I think you'll be pretty happy with it in the end.